King Charles set to pause his cancer treatment for 11 days during high-profile royal visit to Australia and Samoa later this month. The King's doctors are allowing him to pause his cancer treatment in order to fly to Australia for a high-profile royal visit next week. The 75-year-old monarch will undertake a significant official visit beginning on October 18, taking in Sydney and Canberra, immediately followed by a state visit to Samoa in the South Pacific, where he will attend the Commonwealth Heads of Government meeting, CHOM. The Mail understands that His Majesty will continue with his ongoing cancer treatment right up until he flies, but that his doctors are happy for it to be briefly stopped while he is away. The King will then pick up with his treatment cycle as soon as he returns to the UK. Charles, 75, was diagnosed with an undisclosed form of the disease in February following prostate surgery and has been receiving weekly treatment ever since. However, the news that the King intends to squeeze in a 30,000-mile, 11-day door-to-door trip in between treatments is both good news in terms of his health, and also emphasizes the commitment to duty he has shown since he was first diagnosed. Buckingham Palace declined to comment. King and his wife, Queen Camilla, are embarking on a packed schedule with up to 10 engagements a day between them during their royal visit, and have only one down day of rest. Sources stress, however, their program has been organized in close consultation with his doctors and is mindful of his health. Engagements have been organized to prioritize his continued recovery. His entourage will, as always, include a traveling doctor, standard practice for the head of state. The long-awaited trip is hugely significant as it is his first visit to a realm, of which he is head of state, since becoming king, and his first CHOM as head of the Commonwealth. The workaholic royal has been urged to slow down by both his wife and advisors, but sources say he feels energized by his work, and it has been important for him mentally to keep to his usual routine at such a challenging time. On Wednesday he hosted a reception at St. James Palace to celebrate the Commonwealth diaspora ahead of his CHOM visit. He appeared on great form, even taking to the floor to show off his moves in a traditional Shiva Samoa dance. However, in order to manage his recovery ahead of his visit down under, the King returned to Scotland immediately afterwards, where he will largely remain until it is time to travel. He will continue to work at Burkle, his private home close to Balmoral, on state papers and hold pre-CHOM calls with world leaders, returning to London briefly this week to hold Privy Council, meet with the Prime Minister and undertake medical appointments. Meanwhile, his wife, Queen Camilla, 77, who has been praised for holding the fort since the start of the year, is planning a pre-tour break this week with friends. It can also be revealed. Details cannot be disclosed for security reasons. A source explained, the fortnight in the run-up to the royal tour has been kept deliberately light for His Majesty. He will still be undertaking meetings, doing his paperwork, and still come down for treatment. Australia is a big deal and he wants to be fighting fit. As soon as he returns, he is also straight into a really intense program all the way up to Christmas. The late Queen would stay in Scotland into October and has decided to do the same. It's a place of peace for him, and that's more imperative than usual this year because of what he has coming up. For a workaholic, like him, it's the chance to have a small breather. Other sources say His Majesty seems in very good spirits personally. His treatment has gone far better than anyone anticipated. In Scotland this summer, Charles, who will turn 76 next month, has been reveling in the fresh air with long walks and mushroom foraging.